Hello, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining us here at Angela's Literary Cafe, guys. I am super duper excited because I am hanging out with Susan Schild, boys and girls, and she has a release on today, Sweet Carolina Gals. Susan, so you know, first of all, I love the title, okay? Not
Great.
only that, it is based in North Carolina, so I always get excited when a book is based or featured in North Carolina because I'm a Carolina girl or
Exactly.
what have you too. So that's very
Exactly.
exciting. So guys, if you are just joining us, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to hop over to the cafe with myself and Susan Child on today as we talk about her release, Sweet Carolina Gals. And guys, I promise you it's on my Kindle, but my Kindle want to act up, so it's not pulling up yet. But if it pulls up, I'll be sure to show you that amazing cover as well. So Susan, before we get started, I definitely want you to introduce yourself to the people.
Sure. Sure. I'm Susan Schild. Well, I've been in North Carolina since I was 20, so I feel like
Okay.
I'm from North Carolina. I write um, hopeful books. I wrote books where the heroines are over 40 usually. And
Okay.
there's love after 40, 50, and 60 onward.
Yes.
So, because I got tired of reading books about heroines I couldn't exactly relate to some of the life situations. So,
Okay.
I've got my ninth book coming up. I'm a USA Today bestselling author,
Yes.
and the books are clean, and I think they're funny.
Yes, and I love that. And I love the fact that, and we're going to get into it a little bit more too, that you write about, as we call them, mature characters or seasoned characters, because they have love as well. And guys, if you notice, she writes characters that are 40, 50-ish, 60-ish, or what have you, because they deserve love too,
That's
as
right.
well. So thank you for mentioning that. If you are just joining us, hello, author Sharon Blunt. Thank you so much for joining us on this evening.
Hey,
We
Sharon.
are celebrating a release, and guys, this is actually a re-release. The original title or the first title of the other book, it is called, was it Sweet Southern Hearts?
Right.
Is that correct? And so
Yes.
now it's Sweet Carolina Gals. So let's talk about that title a little bit. Tell me where that title came from because I love the title.
Oh, that's great. Well, the women are sweet and southern, but they're feisty and smart.
Okay.
Friendships are important. They're crazy girlfriends. They're not afraid to do. These are not dainty southern ladies. These are real women that work
Okay.
and have been through some things too. Some of them are widowed. Some of them are divorced. Some of them have kids. I really like my characters. Anyhow, this one has a little bit of everything with our older heroine, 40 years old, who's just remarried, even though the last one gave her such nightmares that she didn't think she wanted to do that again.
Yeah.
And she's got a new stepson who's not sure he likes her. And her husband's family, thinks she's not exactly upper crust enough for
Okay.
the son. So those are some of the things. And then
Yes.
there's her side of the family, her southern mama, who is a kick, and she's getting a little too churchy for
Okay.
everything. She's at church all the time.
Okay.
She's so something's going on with her, and there's a little mystery that has to be uncovered there. Anyhow, and that's the impetus for this all gal trip in an RV, which they've never done before.
And that part was exciting because it's like, okay, guys, love of a 40. There is an RV and a girls trip that is involved. So if that doesn't catch your attention as well, I do not know what will. And so I'm super duper excited about that you was able to share that for us as well. And guys, the cover is just, oh my goodness, I love the cover. Like I said, I'm trying to get it to come up on my Kindle so I can show it to you. But tell
Yes.
us about that cover as well.
Oh, I love my graphic design person. She's just the greatest because, she starts with you when you're all over the place and then she narrows it down. But I wanted to do something that is in keeping with the other two books. And let me
Okay.
see, I'll pull it up real quick, but on the phone and see what we got here.
And it looks like it did come up, guys. If you can, well, let's see.
And my tablet's saying I don't even own the book, which I don't think is true.
There you go, guys. Can you see it? I know it's a little bit of a glare. Sweet Carolina Gals. That is the cover, boys and girls. It is released on today, which is super duper exciting. And she just told us, guys, this is a part of a series. It's a Second Chance at Love series. This is book 3. Now, Susan, say, for example, if they just stumbled upon Sweet Carolina Gals,
Yes.
if they read this one, is it okay if they read it as a standalone, or no, they definitely need to go back and read the other 2?
It's written as a standalone, so you don't need a cheat sheet to figure out who's going on. Thanks, Sharon. I will say that most of the people that are fans of the books prefer to read it in the series.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, guys, there are 2 more books in this series. Susan, can you share with us the name of those other 2 books as well, in case they want to go back and grab those too?
Yes. The first one is, and this is, I have this thing where if I get nervous, I blank out on things. Like if you're my sister and I were introducing you and I got nervous, I could actually blank out on your name. So
look, it's okay. Look, it's just us here at the cafe. You are all good.
All right. I've got Carolina Comforts, Carolina Blue Sky Day, and then the Sweet Carolina Gals.
Carolina Comforts. And Carolina Blue Sky Day. I love that. And then Sweet Carolina Gals as well. Well, guys, you know how we do it here at the cafe. It is a release day, so we definitely like to celebrate. If you have a question for Susan Child, boys and girls, put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you as well. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend that the cafe is on it. If you guys notice, this is a special day because usually, Susan, the cafe is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, some Fridays, but because of you, we wanted to highlight your special day today and hang out with you on a Wednesday.
I'm so excited. I think that's great.
Yes. Okay, so Susan, I want you to share with us what inspired this particular story, Sweet Carolina Gals? Because, like, guys, we told you, okay, it's a second chance at love over 40. All I can think about is this RV girls trip is in there as well.
Yes.
What inspired this amazing story?
Oh, let's see. Some of my life, because I married later, and so some of the step parenting business is right up my alley. Let's see. The thing about all the books that I write is I feel like there are all these kind and interesting women and men out there, and your job is just to find them in this world.
Okay.
And I hope I've created this neighborhood of pretty interesting people, pretty cool people that readers want to revisit as friends. Like one of the reviews today said, "My friends are back."
Okay.
And I really like that. Yeah. And I also, I did want to say this, especially today, but my books are hopeful books because I am a hopeful person. And I also, it's so hard. It's so much is going on right now in the world that if you're not trying to find some peace for yourself in your reading, in your friendships with your family, but in your reading, I think these books, they've been called inspirational, but not like inspirational, but more like, I've thought the same thing, or I feel better about what's happened. So these books are hopeful books, and people could use that now.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us as well. Now, what do you enjoy? And I know you share with us a little bit too, because like we said, guys, this book and a lot of her books, they have mature characters, seasoned characters, and what have you too. But why do you feel like that is important to share that side of it as well, with utilizing those mature characters?
Oh, it's so interesting. This happens all the time. Women are falling in love with nice men after they've had a starter marriage that wasn't that great, or there was some problem there, or they're widowed, and those are not stories that are told enough. There's so much focus on the young people, and I think I was just, to tell you the truth, I think I was just kind of bored with what I was reading because as the heroines were younger, the things that are challenges in your life are so different than when you're a little bit older. There's nothing wrong with anything. I enjoyed all those years, but at this point, if someone's saying something that I can relate to more, I enjoy reading more about it.
I love that. And guys, if you would notice, if you find any of her books from her backlist, a lot of her books take place in Carolina, small towns and things of that nature. What do you enjoy about writing small town and writing about the Carolinas?
Oh gosh, I love the Carolinas. I feel like I could work for the Chamber of Commerce of the state. In fact, we just, I've traveled all around the state, and I have so many favorite places. And we just bought a new used RV,
Okay.
and we're going to revisit some of the places that I loved when I was younger.
Nice.
So it's like falling in love with it all over again. We were just in Mayberry, Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Yes, yes.
That was
guys, if you don't know, if you know anything about the Andy Griffin show, the Andy Griffin show was in Mayberry, and it is, I want to say it's Mount Mount Airy.
Yes, exactly.
It's Mount Airy in our area.
Yes.
And that's where they used to film it. And some of the episodes they used to talk about coming to Raleigh,
Yes.
North Carolina as well. Super cool.
I know. The squad car goes through town, and Barney yells out the window with the megaphone. He says, "Move on, people. Nothing to see here."
That's so cool. Oh my goodness. Yes.
We've been doing that. And I do want people to, I guess I do love the place, and I want to just write about small towns. That's my preference for where to live too.
And that was a question that author Sharon Blunt wanted to know. Are all of your books actually set in small town settings?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Thank you so much for answering that question. And guys, if you are just joining us, I am hanging out with Susan Child, boys and girls. Today, guys, is release day of Sweet Carolina Gals. Guys, take a look at that cover. I love it. If you're just joining us, we're super duper excited. I'm hyped up because, guys, it is Love Over 40. So we got a mature, seasoned characters or what have you, guys. They are going to take a girls trip in an RV. Okay, that's all I have to say. It's going to be an amazing, amazing read for that. And we are celebrating with Susan on today as well. And so, Susan, one of the places do you guys have on your list? Are y'all going to go by the Biltmore?
Yes,
and
exactly.
Where is that? Oh, it starts with an A, the city that it's in. Oh my goodness, I can't think of what city it's in.
Oh, the hotel that's near the Biltmore.
Yeah, and then the Biltmore Mansion is there as well, and you can tour it. Oh my goodness, it is beautiful on the inside. And yes, now they have the Biltmore Estate.
I have been in so long, so it's good to hear you say that, because in my head I'm trying to think about the list of where I want to visit again. So that's a great thing.
It's, oh my goodness, guys, if you've never been to North Carolina, the Biltmore Estate is so neat. It's the Vanderbilts, but it's so neat to see the architectural structures like back then, and even some of the ones that we use today. Guys, they had a pool. I mean, it was just, it's an amazing place to visit. But anyway, and I was saying all of that, guys, because Susan Child, her books are they are in small towns or what have you, and she enjoyed writing about North Carolina life, and those are some of the tour stops that are here in North Carolina as well. So, Susan, let's get into some of these amazing characters for this book, okay? First of all, tell us a little bit about, before we get into the characters, tell us a little bit about this small town of Willow Hills, North Carolina.
It's a little close community. The characters are quirky. They're pretty friendly, and they're willing to help you out in a lot of ways. Oh, Sugar Lump. Hold on one second. I just got my picture gone.
Okay.
But it's a charming small town. So this is where she lives. She's getting ready to move out into the country because I tend to give spoilers. I don't want to do that. Take that back.
Okay. And guys, one thing about small town romance, with Susan could probably say that, and for those who enjoy reading it, one of the things that we like is that everybody knows everybody. You always have the women that's in everybody's business, the matchmakers. I mean, it's just I love that there's always usually some type of main street, and there's some type of restaurant that everybody the whole town goes to. It's just something that's just heartwarming about a good small town read as well. So as you can see, you got some small town readers and fans here as well. So let's talk a little bit about Miss Lenny Taylor. Tell us about her character.
She's just a neat character. She was widowed. The fellow that she's widowed from was one of those fellas that was, sharp dresser, cool guy,
Uh-huh.
in construction, drove a big Cadillac, old pink Cadillac convertible, just larger than life, buck.
Okay.
So he was a busy guy. That's all I want to say. Okay.
Okay.
Because like I said, I tend to give stuff away. I'm like, why
Yes.
did you say
Okay.
that? So anyhow, she finds herself on her own, and she's 40, and she has to move back because the money's gone.
Oh,
The money
okay.
is gone. So she's going to have to move back in with her mom, who she's had somewhat of a contentious relationship with, but not in the house. She lives on a farm. She's living in a rundown mobile home on her mother's property. So it's a bit of a fall from grace from this contractor husband, the big house. Now she's in a little mobile home, and she is rebuilding her life there. Her sister
I
lives
love it.
nearby, and she's slowly but surely getting to know the characters of the town.
Okay. Now tell us, if you could describe Jack Avery in like 3 words, how would you describe him?
You asked such great questions. He's deep. He's a deep guy.
Okay.
He's a kind of a man of few words.
Okay.
Big heart.
Oh, okay.
Pick good on that one, or he.
I like. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now we have to talk about Dottie. Same thing. 3 words. How would you describe Dottie?
Oh, guarded, church lady.
Okay.
And effervescent later. That's all I can say.
Okay. And boys and girls, I'm hanging out with Susan Child, Sweet Carolina Gals. Guys, it is available today. We will definitely be sharing with you how you can get your hands on it. We are celebrating with Susan on today, guys. This is release day. We're super duper excited about this. If you love mature characters, seasoned characters that find love as well, like I said, this one has RV involved as well as a girl trip as well. You would definitely want to grab yourself a copy and read this particular book too. And so, Susan, I want you to share with us just a little bit about, when you think about the characters of this book, Sweet Carolina Gals, which one of these characters was the most fun for you to write?
Oh, I always have a crazy girlfriend, and I love writing about him. She's got a lawyer friend, loaded, got lots of money, says over the top things. She never seems to work, but this woman was handling the disposal of the will. She's always at some resort. She's super smart, but she's one of those women that you could look at her eyelashes all curled up and her short dress, and you could think, well, I wouldn't want her as an attorney, but she's a big kick and kind of balances out the. Lenny's careful. She's a careful girl. She's been through some stuff, so she's not going to do anything. She's going to be thoughtful. So those two are a nice combination. And then her sister's a school teacher. She's just steady as a rock. Wears vintage clothing.
Oh, that's
isn't afraid to get dirty.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So now, Susan, we got to talk about that a little bit, because I love like vintage outfits and stuff like that. I mean, oh my goodness. So how did that come to be for her character as a part of her characteristics with the vintage clothing?
She's I mean, they're on budgets. They're all on budgets except for the crazy lawyer. But she has introduced her sister's introduced her to thrift shops. And she's starting to get it. In the beginning, she was like, are we wearing clothes from people that, are dead, or what's this about? And then her sister is starting to show her the ins and outs of it. And it's really recycling. And she starts to really get into it too. So the sister will come over. She'll have a little old fashioned, like calico skirt on and cowboy boots and a Audrey Hepburn cut, and she's just a neat
I'm loving it. I can picture her. Oh my goodness! And LaShawn wanted to know what was the inspiration for her character. I want to know that too. Yeah.
Well, you know what, LaShawn? I love thrift stores. I've always loved thrift stores for clothing pieces and for fun gifts for a birthday. If you want to do a gag gift or a fun gift, or some of the antique finds. So I think that could be part of it. Is there are flea markets and thrift stores in the books.
I
So I
love
love them.
that. I love that. And the cool thing about that is sometimes when you go to those places, you can find some really unique and interesting finds. Yes, author Sharon Blunt, you find good things there as well. That yeah, so I love a good thrift store or a consignment shop
Yes.
as well because, like you said, you can find some interesting pieces there.
Yes.
And I like
Yes.
things that are I like vintage style, but I also like things that are different
Yes.
that you may not see everywhere else, or you may not see everybody wear it. Pieces that are I like statement pieces, and sometimes I like bow pieces that you can color block with. So yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for sharing that and bringing that particular character up as well.
Sharon gets it too.
Yes, Sharon gets it too. Now, Susan, do you have a little snippet available that you can share with us
I
from Sweet
do.
Carolina Gals?
I do. And
Guys, I hope that you are ready to hear a snippet of Sweet Carolina Gals. While Susan is getting that ready, we are celebrating with her. This is release day. Sweet Carolina Gals is available. We will definitely be sharing how you can get your hands on it. We've talked about this lovely cover. We've talked about the fact that it is in Willow Hills, North Carolina. And Sharon, is that a fictional town that you made up for this series?
yes.
Awesome. And we are ready when you are.
All right, let me ask you this. Do you want something funny, plain old funny, or do you
Bring on
want
the funny.
something?
We love funny.
Okay, I thought we could use some funny today. Okay, so Lenny and her mom, Dottie, and these two girlfriends of Dottie's are on this RV trip
Okay.
together. Okay, so one of the women has found a man. She's run into a nice man on a cruise ship, and so she's talking about this guy and being worried that he might not be interested in her. So, wait a minute, let me make sure. Okay, she's worried about him. So she pushed back her bangs. They ask her what he's like. He cares what happens in my life. He's
Okay.
gruff and he's a churchgoer, but not a holier than thou type. But there is one problem. She drew in a breath and blew it out slowly. Ruby jumped in. Perry was married to Miss New Hanover County for 30 years, she said to Lenny, looking solemn. She left him, but still. Mama and her friends exchanged worried glances. Not sure what that meant, Lenny must have looked baffled. Ruby explained. They grow a lot of pretty women in the Wilmington area, all peaches and cream type beauty queens, headed to medical school with talents like opera singing. Exactly. Desi's face fell. I've seen the picture. She was one of those very pretty, perfectly put together wives. And look at me. She turned up her hands and shook her head. I hardly wear makeup. I play tennis. My hair stays a little green from my water aerobics class. And I'm more of a plain Jane, wash and wear lady. When is he going to wake up and decide he needs more color and grace back in his life? You are perfect the way you are, Ruby said staunchly. He sees that. Lenny gazed at her. Desi was a wholesome kind of pretty, with her smattering of freckles, expressive brown eyes, and trim figure. She looked approachable, competent, and kind. She added her 2 cents. Jack's ex-wife is a size 2 white blonde beauty with one of those raspy baby girl voices that makes the men drool. Ruby looked thoughtful. Maybe some men want women who are kind and companionable instead of extra young and glamorous. Dottie snorted. They do not. They want glamour. She smoothed the poofy curls on side of her head. I try to keep myself alluring for Mac with new clothes and cheek contouring and stuff. Lenny had to work to keep from rolling her eyes. Dottie examined Desi. Next time we get to a store, let's buy you some new clothes and gussy you up. Let's give Miss New Hanover County a run for her money. The beauty queen had divorced Perry, so technically she wasn't interested in a run for the money, but Lenny decided not to quibble. But Ruby looked delighted at the prospect of helping with Desi's makeover. Leopard print. Men love leopard print. And you need high heels and to start wearing more color. So the three of them head into Walmart and they're going to get some clothes.
Yes, I love it. Look, leopard print print and high heels. Okay. And colors, in bright colors. I love that. I love that. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are hanging out with Susan Child, guys. On today, Sweet Carolina Gals is live and in color, and we are celebrating with her on today as well. So we thank each of you for hanging out with us. And so, Susan, if you can share with us, when you are not writing, what can we find you doing, my friend?
Oh, let's see. Well, we've got dogs, rescues. We always have dogs, so there's dog-related stuff. I've got a bunch of good girlfriends around here that I walk with every day. And they're up for things. They're up for trips to the thrift store, or
Okay.
Those kinds of things. I read a lot. So
Nice. And
now,
speaking of read a lot, anything on your TBR list that you want to share right now, or that you're looking forward to reading?
Angela, I knew you were going to ask this, and I did the same thing. I drew a blank. I was like, I just read Rayanne Thane. I really like her. I have a writer from the UK named Jenny Colgan that I really like, and I just read another of her books. I like Susan Mallory. I like Mary Kay Andrews. I like some of the small town writers. And so that's, if you looked at my list, it would include a lot of those names. But I had one of those moments where I thought, what was the last book I read? And I've got to get on this call. I just put a book down in the other room.
I love that. I love that. And of course, you just like some of the book nerdigans as well. Our to be read pals are growing, by the mounds every day. We're forever adding more stuff on there too. So thank you for sharing what you have been reading lately for that too. And of course, Susan, we have to play a game of this and that, but I promise you, my friend, there's no right or wrong answer because it's everything according to you. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get started. Okay. For you, are you a podcast person or audiobook?
I hate to say this, neither.
Okay, no problem. It's all things according to you. Okay.
I like the
paper or big city.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Small town or big city?
Small town.
Okay. Friends to lovers or enemies to lovers?
Friends.
Okay.
Friends. Not automatic hit off, but friends.
Second chance romance or secret baby?
Both.
Okay. Beach or the mountains?
Mountains.
Okay. Let's see. Glass half full or glass half empty?
Glass half full.
Okay. And of course, we have to know here on the cafe. Are you ready? Are you team tea or are you team coffee?
Oh, coffee.
I love it. I love it, guys. She's team coffee for tonight as well. And Susan, it's been amazing. Of course, the time go by so fast. We know that you have a giveaway as well. Can you share with us what the giveaway is going to be for tonight?
Sure. Copies of the new book.
Okay.
And please go to BookBub and sign up. Follow me on BookBub. Then you'll know what the new books are coming out. If you've already following me, just shoot me a text and or a PM and let me know. So my Facebook is my last name is spelled, you can see. So it's like child with an S. But if you would follow me on BookBub, the main advantage is you get word about when the new books are coming out and any promos.
I love that. Okay. And you said you're giving away 2 copies, so we'll have 2 winners. Okay. So we'll do the first one. If you can tell me when to stop, that will be great. And then we'll do the second one. If you can tell me when to stop, that will be great as well. Okay. I am ready when you are.
Okay. Hold on one second. I've got to.
Okay.
All right. No, so are we checking now, or how do you want to do this?
Yes, you're gonna. I'm gonna scroll through the comments, and you're gonna tell me when to stop, and then I'll tell you who the winners are.
Okay. So, but if they need to sign up for BookBub to win,
let's see.
Let's do this, Angela. Let me change my mind. Please do sign up on BookBub to follow me. But let's just do like the third to the last comment. The person who made that will win, and the fifth to the last. Does that work?
Okay, so the third to the last. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the third to the last. Okay, it is LaShawn Hawks. She's the winner of 1. So, and then will she need to send us her email address?
Yes, that's what she needs to send. And
LaShawn, send your email address so we can get you your copy. And then you said fifth to the last. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. And that's Tiffany Jones of Tiff's Happy Place. Same thing. Send me your email address. I will get that over to her as well. And guys, all of you are watching. If you would definitely follow her on BookBub. Do you have do they just need to go to the BookBub website and then look up Susan Child? Guys,
Yes.
if you will go over and do that, she will be so appreciative of that as well. So congratulations, Tiffany Jones. Congratulations, Sean Hawks. For winning a copy of Sweet Carolina Gals. I'm going to pull up that cover again so you guys can see it. I'm super duper excited about that. Sweet Carolina Gals as well. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us on today and celebrating with Susan Child. And Susan, of course, before we leave, can you share with them how can they get their hands on a copy of Sweet Carolina Gals and any of your other books as well?
Sure. So you can just go to Amazon and pull up my name, Susan Schild, and you can get copies of the books, all my books, and the most recent one is up now. I really think you'll love it. The early readers loved it, so I think you will. And then you can find information about me there, and also Susan Schild Facebook. It's Susan Schild Author Facebook.
Okay.
But I'll give you that's a fun site.
And Susan, on your website, is there a newsletter that they can sign up for as well if they go over to your website, or just they can hang out and find out more about your books and stuff on your website?
Yeah, the website's sort of just there, but you're going to get more activity, more interesting news on Facebook, I would say.
Okay. So there you have it, guys. Follow her on social media. She is here on Facebook. She's on Instagram as well. Follow her on BookBub. And all of those places, guys, you can find out more about the books that she have currently, her new releases, all of that good stuff. Go to her website if you just want to see who Susan Child is. That would be great for you guys to do that too. And she's shared with us that you could actually go to the Amazon website and get, of course, a Sweet Carolina Gals, as well as the other 2 books in the series and any of the books from her backlist. Remember, if you love mature characters, seasoned characters, those that are, they're getting their chance at love, small town, heartwarming, Susan Child's, she's the author for you to do that as well. And Susan, I'm going to allow you to share any last words that you want to share with our guests on tonight.
I really want us all to try to keep our little sense of peace and comfort. And I just I thought today about how important that is, about trying to work on maintaining that. So read good books, follow authors that work for you, and take care of yourself. Anyhow. So those are my thoughts.
I love that. Guys, it has been amazing hanging out with you guys here at the cafe. Again, Susan Child, thank you so much.
I enjoyed it.
Happy release day, a happy release week, happy release month for Sweet Carolina Gals. Girls, go out and get you a copy on today. And of course, once you're done reading, leave a review. I know that Susan Child will be so appreciative of that.
I will be.
And as we always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, boys and girls, we'll see you later. Thank you so much to each one of you for joining and watching us here on today as well. I also want to remind you guys that I am on YouTube as well, Angela Anderson YouTube channel. Like and subscribe over there. You can also watch the videos, any of the cafe videos, any of the tea videos you can watch on my YouTube channel as well. Go back and watch the replay. Tell a friend about the cafe as well. And I'll say it again, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, bye guys.